Hey, excuse me, but would you happen to be Adam Graham?
The very same. And this is my old-time radio snack wagon.
Welcome to the old-time radio snack wagon, where we serve up a bite-sized portion of old-time radio. And now, here's your snack wagon host, Adam Graham.
It's been a while since we served up some comedy. Today, we have an offering from one of radio's earliest big-time comics, Ed Wynn. For people my age, and certainly many older, he was the voice of the Mad Hatter in Disney's animated Alice in Wonderland movie. Yet his career actually started on Broadway, much closer to the turn of the century. By the early 1930s, he had been in show business for nearly 3 decades, landing as a prominent star on Broadway. He was blacklisted by Broadway theaters for his efforts to improve working conditions for performers along the Great White Way, so he became his own producer and put on his own revues, great acclaim. In 1932, the Texas Company, maker of Texaco gasoline, came to Wynn, bring him to radio. He was reluctant to do so, but they met his price, which was the princely sum of $5,000 per week. For comparison, that's more than $115,000 in 2024 money. He brought his larger-than-life stage personality to radio, and with it, the routines and jokes he'd worked on for so long in vaudeville. His character was named the Fire Chief in honor of Texaco's gasoline designed for emergency vehicles. One feature of his show, and this would be a hallmark of his radio career for the next 2 decades, was his comic operas, which he would recite on the spot. The audio is a bit scratchy, but it's still listenable. He's joined by his announcer and straight man, Graham McNamee, in this segment from August 30th, 1932.
Well, yeah, the night the opera was very unusual. It would be. We'll never even get over the title. The title of the opera is When You Were 8 and I Was 9 and We Were 17. Well, it's about a boy and a girl, yes, actually. The boy's name is James Weatherstrip Riley. He was born during the World War. And they call him Weatherstrip because he kept his father out of the draft. Will you hear this? Listen, Graham, I want you to hear that this is the best of any of the opera. The boy, Weatherstrip, the boy had so many wrinkles on his forehead, he had to fly his hat on his head. Well, it seems that he is a country boy, and on his 21st birthday, for a present, his uncle sends him a dance cut. But being a country boy, he has never seen a cup before. So he writes his uncle a letter. He says, thanks for the boat, but you forgot the yours. So, it seems that when old man Riley, that's the boy's father, when old man Riley died, he left his son Weatherstrip a large farm and also $1,000. In other words, his entire estate is $1,000. Now, the girl comes to the farm to buy some eggs. That's the girl in the opera. The girl says, how much are eggs? And the boy says, 50 cents a dozen. And the fat eggs are 10 cents a dozen. What do you think the girl said? The girl said, that's fine. Cut me a dozen of the brown ones. Wait a minute, Dad. They go into the hen house for the eggs, As they enter, they hear a lone rooster talking to a chicken. That's unusual, The rooster is saying to the chicken, says, now listen, chicken, always remember the old saying, a naked day keeps the pussy away. Well, the girl asked, and the boy said, what is your name? And the girl said, my name is Opium. I was named after my father. And the boy said, Opium? Why, that's a joke. And the girl said, so is my father. Wait a minute. The boy said, may I call you up sometime? And the girl said, yes. My phone number is Aqua 820. And the boy said, 820, that sounds like water. And the girl said, well, I'm living on a houseboat. Oh, says before she get married, he takes her to the boat. But it seems that the boat has a big, terrific leak in it. And they marry on the leaking boat and settle down. Now, Graham, the second act shows the couple in their little cottage with honeysuckles sucking around the door. Oh, lovely. The rooms are so small in their cottage that their door has to wag its tail up and down instead of sideways. This door, by the way, happens to be an Einstein cup. No one could explain its relativity. Now, wait a minute. Now, the boy, you see, the boy, what did he say? What do you do? The boy never takes his stride out walking anymore. It seems that he has grown so fat that people accuse him of leading a double wife. Oh, the wife cooked dinner for him. The husband said, what is that for me? And she said, that is canvas stop. And he said, well, take the canvas back and bring me the top. But the wife brings him a steak instead. And the steak is so tough that it said to his wife, ain't on the radio. They said, someday in this same common, I feel like a bullfighter. Oh, she starts crying. And the husband rushes over to make up. And the husband kisses her, using the loose lip system. She said, what's the matter, dear? You don't seem to get the same thrill kissing me that you used to. And he said, well, conditions are bad every day. Wait a minute, dear, wait. Well, he said to her, he said, what's more? This I want to listen to. He said, what's more? I don't like the taste of your lips tonight. And the wife said, well, that's very strange. I'm using the new fruit-flavored lipstick. Monday night I used the apple-flavored lipstick, and you liked it. And last night I used the plum lipstick, and you said you liked it. And the husband said, I know I did. But tonight I think you gave me the raspberry. Yes, almost best is singing a golden song. It's a piece of an omelette. All during these years, you know, he has changed. His hair is now white on the temples. That's from blowing smoke off a solid roofing. Anyhow, his wife opens the door, and she peeks in. She says, may I come in? And her husband says, certainly. There's always room for one boy. Well, the wife was singing. He says, I sing just the third time. And he says, well, I hate you, and you've got a great weapon. Well, this was so excited that her blood pressure rises. It rises so high that there's snow on the peak. Well, so she said to her husband, how you would change. You told me when we were married you were going in business to well, just for yourself, that's what you said. And Georgia said, she said, you have gone in business for yourself. You became a bum. Well, this makes Wiley angry. And he said to his wife, he said, stop waving your teeth around and say something. Wait. The wife said, I'll say something. Look how stingy you are. You bought me the smallest radio that money could buy. Why, our radio is so small, I can only get Amos. I can't even get Andy. Wait. And she said, you're so stingy, look at my clothes. You bought me a toy coat. You told me it's neat, but I know it's cat fur. And he said, how do you know it's cat fur? And she said, I'll tell you how I know it's cat fur. The first day I wore it, caught a dog, chased me up the tree. Wait a minute. No! Their fight becomes so noisy that a policeman runs into the house. Just as the wife picks up the knife. Yes, and he grabs the wife's arm. The policeman takes her husband and says, who are you? The man says, I am Riley. And as the policeman leads the woman away from the house, he says to her, who are you? And she says, I am Riley's wife.
Welcome back. This was a very vaudevillian routine filled with wordplay and nonsense. The line about the inheritance being the farmland plus $1,000 equaling an estate worth $1,000 was a bit of gallows humor in the midst of the Great Depression. Wynn had 3 years on the Fire Chief program, during which he also tried to start his own radio network, and those efforts flopped. While he made millions laugh, he struggled with mic fright. When the series was canceled, he suffered from mental health issues that would keep him out of the spotlight for a couple of years. Even once he returned, he had a very up and down career for many, many years, with returns to radio, programs getting canceled, having one of the first truly successful TV programs that won an Emmy but then also got canceled. It was in 1956, at the urging of his son Keenan, that the last chapter of his career was forged, when he started to do dramatic acting. And over the final decade of his life, in a series of dramatic and comedic performances, he carved out a legacy for himself and introduced himself to a new generation of fans. He was nominated for a Golden Globe and an Academy Award. He also did a lot of work with Disney, appearing in films such as Babes in Toyland, The Absent-Minded Professor, Mary Poppins, and That Darn Cat. Walt Disney was one of the pallbearers at his funeral. And in 2013, he was appropriately recognized as a Disney legend. It's a fitting legacy for a man who spent so many years bringing so much joy to millions and had more than his share of troubles. It's time for me to close up the old snack wagon, but don't worry, we'll be back with another serving of old-time radio goodness before you know it. If you want to enjoy some of our longer form podcasts, you can feast away at my website at greatdetectives.net. Your emails are also welcome at adam@snackwagon.net.
The Old Time Radio Snack Wagon comes to you from Boise, Idaho. Your host is Adam Graham. Sound production is by Rhines Media, LLC. You can listen to past episodes of the Old Time Radio Snack Wagon, as well as connect on social media at our website at snackwagon.net. Email suggestions for episodes to adam@snackwagon.net. This has been the Old Time Radio Snack Wagon.
Until next time, goodbye.